Hello students, welcome to the computer science class. In the last video, we discussed about the computer memory, and in this video, we'll move on to the next part of the computer memory, that is secondary memory. One is secondary memory. Since the storage capacity of the primary memory is not very large, it cannot hold a large amount of data, including programs, which may be needed for the processing. Thus, secondary storage devices are necessary. So, we know that primary memory is a temporary memory, correct? Since storage capacity of the primary memory is not very large, so it cannot hold any large amount of data and programs. That's why we need secondary storage device for the computer system. The secondary memory is used as auxiliary memory. The secondary memory is used for bulk storage or a mass storage of programs, data and other information. It has much larger capacity than main memory, that is primary memory. The secondary memory retains the information once stored on it. The magnetic memory such as hard disk drive HDD, compact disk CD, pen drives, memory cards is the most commonly used secondary memory in the computer. The average time required to reach a storage location and obtain its contents is called as its access time. Next is magnetic disks. Magnetic disks are thin, circular, plastic plates on which some magnetic material is coated. Magnetic disks come in various sizes and materials. They use the properties of magnetism to store the data in magnetic surface. A disk pack normally consists of such disks mounted on a central shaft. The central shaft rotates at speeds of about 7,200 revolutions per minute. In a disk plate, information is stored on both surfaces. The surface is further divided into number of invisible concentric circles called as tracks. The tracks are further divided into various sections called as sectors. To store the information, it is necessary for us to identify the tracks and sector where it has to be stored. The stored information can be read any number of times without affecting the stored data. But when new data is written, it erases the previously written data. In the magnetic disk, we can read and write the programs, and once the information stored in the magnetic disk, we can read it any number of times. But if we write or feed any new data on this disk, the previous data will be erased. The two types of magnetic disks are hard disk and floppy disk. The most common physical device for storing file is hard disk. The hard disk typically contains several rotating disk plates which are permanently encased in a hard disk. The surface of the plates are covered by the metal oxide electromagnetic recording heads. It performs read or write operation. There is one head for each surface and all the head move together. The disk rotates at around 7,200 RPM. Modern disks typically hold 260 GB to 1000 GB, that is terabyte of data. The surface of plate is organized as a number of concentric tracks. Each track is divided into sectors. Set of matched tracks are called as cylinders. In the picture you can see that hard disk and floppy disks. What is floppy disk? Floppy disk, it contains a single flat piece of circular plate coated with the metal oxide and enclosed in a plastic cover. Floppy disks are small and portable. The three common sizes are 3.5 inch, 5.25 inch and 8 inch diameter. Most commonly used floppy disks are 3.5 inch size with a storage capacity 1.44 MB of data. Disk drives for floppy disk are called floppy drives. Floppy disks are slower to access than hard disks and have less storage capacity, only 1.44 MB. It is less expensive. Next is optical disk. Optical disk is a random access removable disk on which data is written and read through the use of laser beam. Optical disk consists of rotating disk which is coated with highly reflective material. Data recording on the disk is done by focusing a laser beam on the surface of the spinning disk, which stores the data as microscopic light and dark spots on the disk surface. The dark spots are called as pits. The lighter non-spitted surface areas of the disks are called lands. The process of recording the data into the optical disks are called burning the data or burning the disk. There are two different types of optical laser discs: CD-ROM, DVD-ROM, BD-ROM. CD-ROM, it stands for compact disc read-only memory. It is read-only optical storage medium capable of holding up to 682 MB of data. Accessing of data from CD-ROM is quite a bit faster than a floppy disk but slower than the hard disk. To read a CD-ROM, a device called CD-ROM drive, CD drive, usually we call it as CD drive, it needed. CD technology uses a near infrared laser. There are two types of CD-ROMs. CDR, it is also called as recordable CD. CDRW, that is, it is also called as rewritable CD. In the picture you can see that the disk. Next is DVD. DVD stands for Digital Versatile Disc. It is an optical technology with a 4.7 GB storage capacity. DVD can be single or double-sided and can have two layers on each side. A double-sided two-layered DVD will hold up to 17 GB of video, audio or other information. DVD technology uses a red laser. In DVD also there are two types, DVD-R, DVD-RW. It is also called as DVD recordable and DVD rewritable. Next one is Blu-ray disc. Blu-ray disc, referred as BD, it is a high capacity storage technology with 25 GB to 50 GB capacity to store the HD movies and other information. The name of Blu-ray is derived from the blue-violet color laser used to read the data stored on disk. Portable storage device. It is a small hard drive designed to hold any kind of digital data. This is slightly different from a portable media player which stores the and plays the music and movies. Some are fixed size hard drives of 256 GB, 320 GB, 500 GB and 1 TB. It may be useful alternative to backing up or plugging memory cards if a computer is unavailable for downloading. The difference between primary memory and secondary memory. Till now we discussed about what is primary memory and what is secondary memory. So now what is the difference between the primary memory and secondary memory? Primary memory is semiconductor memory and secondary memory is magnetic or optical memory. This is the first difference. Second, primary memory is volatile, that is temporary. Secondary memory is non-volatile, that is permanent. Primary memory is expensive. Secondary memory is less expensive. Primary memory is faster. Secondary memory is slower. Primary memory is also called as main memory. Secondary memory is also called as auxiliary memory. Examples for primary memory: RAM and ROM, and for secondary memory HDD, pen drive, etc. So these are the difference between the primary memory and secondary memory. Next memory is a cache memory. The cache memory the CACHE, the spelling pronounced as cache, it placed in between the CPU and memory. Okay, cache memory is placed in between the CPU and the main memory or primary memory. It is much faster than main memory. Its access time is much less compared to that of the main memory. The cache memory is an intermediate memory and is not accessible to users. That means it is a memory which is placed in between the CPU and main memory. If it is a main memory and if it is a CPU, in between the main memory and CPU there is a cache memory. If it is A plus B is a process, A, then it is an intermediate between the main memory and the CPU, but it is not accessible by the users. That means if the CPU want any information, first it goes to the cache memory, and then if it is not there, the needed information it is not there in the cache memory, then only it goes to the main memory. That's why the access time is much less compared to the main memory. It stores the instructions and data which are to be immediately executed. It is used to reduce the average access time regarding data which normally stored in the main memory. The cache memory increases the operating speed of the system, but it is much costlier than the main memory. That means, as I told, if it is a CPU and it is a memory, the cache memory is in between the main memory and the CPU. For CPU, it is little far than the cache memory. Main memory is little far than the cache memory, and if the data and information needed by the CPU is get in the cache memory, then the operating speed of the system will be increases because the needed data and information is get in the cache memory only. No need to go to the main memory for the CPU. Correct? For that, the operating speed is increased. That is the use of cache memory. And there are two levels of cache memory, L1 and L2. L1 cache memory will present inside the CPU, whereas L2 cache will be present on the motherboard. So there are two types of levels of cache memories. So here in the CPU, L1 cache is there, and in between the CPU and primary memory, that is in the motherboard, L2 cache is there. So this is about cache memory. And in this video we discussed all about the computer memory, primary memory, secondary memory, and in that what is the primary memory and what is secondary memory, and the types of primary memory, types of secondary memory, and also what is cache memory, right? So all this about computer memory. And from this we finished our second chapter.